So 1990, I go to a Washington Bullets basketball game. It's before they were called the Wizards. And I'm there with my friend. We get there early, so we're watching the warm-ups. And this guy in a red blazer comes up to me, and he says, "Would you like to be the American airline shooter?" And I say, "What's that?" And he says, "Well, between the first and second quarter, we take you out on the floor, and you have 30 seconds to make 5 baskets from 5 different spots on the floor." And I think, well, and if you do it, you get 2 free American airline tickets anywhere in the continental United States. So I say, okay, yeah, sure. So he goes away, and I immediately have all this regret. I look around. The Bullets are playing the Detroit Pistons, who at the time were the defending champions. So it's sold out. There's 18,000 people there. And I'm a kind of introverted guy, so this whole prospect was going to be kind of terrifying for me. So I'm obsessing during the whole first quarter. He's going to come at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter to get me. And I'm obsessing about it. I'm all nervous, and I'm thinking, well, maybe he'll forget where I'm sitting, or maybe they ask lots of different people, and then they have a meeting and decide who's the most appropriate person. So at the 5-minute mark, there he is. He points to me, goes like this. I get up, I follow him. He takes me down into the bowels of the Capitol Center, and they give me a ball. And I'm standing there next to the Bullets cheerleaders, the Bullets. And they're watching me like they've seen this, movie before. This, nervous, poor guy standing there with the basketball. And one of the Bullets comes up to me, and she's really nice. She says, sometimes you can't practice, but sometimes people just throw the ball against the wall, So I go, okay, thanks. So the first quarter ends, and I'm to be escorted out onto the floor by Hoops, the Bullets mascot, who's this hideous mascot. His head is like this big orange basketball, and his torso is like a basket and a net. And he looks kind of like the Kool-Aid man. It's kind of like this hallucinogenic fever dream. And so he takes me out, and the announcer announces my name to 18,000 people. Here's Len Kruger. He's our American airline shooter. And Hoops is patting me on the head, all this pantomime. And so they put me in the spot, and, I'm off. And I shoot the ball, and it goes in. And the whole crowd is really cheering, it's like, yay. And I look over, and all these Detroit Pistons at the bench, they're watching. And so I go to the next spot, put up another shot, and it sort of bounces around the rim and just barely dribbles off. And the whole crowd's like, oh. And then I put up another shot, and it sort of clanks off the rim, and the crowd's a little quieter now. And then I just start frantically putting up shots, and each one misses worse and worse. I throw air balls, and 18,000 people are like, boo, boo. And so the 30 seconds is up, and the courtside announcer, he's really sarcastic, and he goes, "Oh, too bad, Len. Maybe next time, if you have 30 minutes, you can get it done." And then Hoops escorts me off the court, and literally is kicking my butt as he's walking me off the court. It's brilliant pantomime, right? And so then I have to make my way back to the seat. There's no consolation prize. I don't get a T-shirt or a hat or anything. And meanwhile, all these 18,000 people know who I am, and everybody's going, "Oh, nice shooting, Len," and "You suck, Len," and all this stuff like that. And I get back to the seat, and my friend's there, and the crowd around me is kind of hushed at this point because they're all kind of embarrassed for me. And my friend tells me that the guy behind us said that his 13-year-old daughter could have done better. And so I'm thinking, why me? Why did they pick me? But would I do it again? Yeah, probably. Thanks.